Welcome to the Best Damn Podcast. I'm your host, John Keene. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add, follow, and check us out, www.thebestdampodcast.tv. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn, and wherever you're watching from, make sure to hit that like. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know if this resonates. Share this link and get it out there. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the bell. That way you guys get all the notifications. You can donate support or join the Best Damn Fam for access to exclusive content or book your own personal tarot reading by the links in the description box down below. We have the general monthly reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of November 2022. This is going to be a Celtic cross. It could be love, money, career, finance, basically whatever pops up, whatever the cards have to say. So Holy Spirit, what do we have for the sign of Gemini for the month of November 2022? Holy Spirit, what does Gemini need to know for the month of November? One more time. What does the Gemini Collective need to know for November? And we'll shuffle them a few times. See here for Gemini for the month of November 2022. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. All right. And we start off first. Wow. Start off first, and let's cut those a couple more times. Alright, start off first here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. You know what this reminds me of? That Mars retrograde energy in Gemini right now. Conflict. Lack of communication. Maybe some of you guys right now, when it comes to your partner and love, maybe there's been some conflict. There's been some arguments, you know? I feel like a lot of you guys are having a hard time expressing really how you feel or maybe your position on a point of conflict. Maybe there's a disagreement within your relationship. And you're having a hard time expressing, how you feel about something or what you think about something. I feel like a lot of you guys have been holding back and there's this need for release as well. I know this sounds weird, but I feel like this big sense of frustration, maybe feeling repressed, a need to break free, a need to let go, like this big fire energy, which is like also, someone actively manifesting or trying to manifest, fiery communication, intense conversation. I feel like there could be a lot of intense conversations in the month of November for you, Gemini. Maybe there's arguments or conflicts. Maybe this is over money. Maybe this is over, love. We do have the wounded warrior here, though. So a lot of you guys are feeling very wounded by the conflict. Maybe that's why you're holding back. Because the person you're dealing with is being, a little more aggressive than normal towards you. Maybe you're feeling like you're on the defensive, and this could be at your job too. Like you're feeling like your boss is maybe riding your ass, or you're having trouble kind of making ends meet when it comes to your financial, aspects. Trouble, trying to create opportunity when it comes to work or jobs on the job front. But, within your relationships, you're feeling wounded. A lot of you guys have been, rubbed the wrong way recently. And I feel like there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments, or, a lack of communication. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. In the immediate past, I feel like finances have been an issue. Maybe some of you guys have been struggling financially, recently lost a job, are recently kind of looking for new career opportunities, looking for new opportunity when it comes to finances and money. Maybe there is a need to make money, a sense of kind of feeling lack, and that's what's got you feeling wounded. That's what's creating the conflict, arguments over money. The Queen of Pentacles here, so I do see that situation being resolved, that, there being an increase when it comes to your finances, at the very least. Maybe you guys have kind of had to downgrade in life or take a step back, like when it comes to money or the way you spend money or the way that you look at money. Maybe you used to have more money than you do now, and you've had to downsize. Maybe move into a smaller home, move into something cheaper, or you've had to take a job with less pay, or something like that. But you're not as financially secure as you once was. And I feel like financially it's creating conflict in your life. And there's a lot of, you're feeling wounded. Maybe it's insecurity. Maybe it's emotional wounds. Maybe it's trauma over not having what you need, or growing up poor. Who knows? But there's opportunity coming in. And this is what you don't see, so this is beautiful. The Two of Wands. This is opportunity. And to me, anytime I see this, it makes me think of the school of thought of you've got the world in your hand, and this is what you know. This is the world that you know. This is your old habits. This is your old way of thinking, your old beliefs, your old school of thought, all of what you know, right? And it's are you able to move to the horizon and go into the unknown, to explore new possibilities? And maybe you're doing something totally new when it comes to your career. Like you're starting a new job, or because we have the two here, which represents choices. You're choosing between two jobs or two career paths, two people. Some of you guys could be choosing between two people, two lovers, living in between two places, two homes. I see choices, though. Choices. I need to move away from past choices, things that have kind of held you back, things that have kind of, put you in the financial jam, things that have created conflict, things that have created strife, things that have wounded you, and a need to move towards something more nurturing. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. It's conflict, man. We have that 7, right? Financial strife, deception, theft, loss. But it's also needing to go about something in a different way. This is more than one way to skin a cat. So it's however you used to approach the way you communicate with people, you're having to change that approach. However you used to approach money and finances, you're having to change that approach. Maybe you're having to change the way that you spend. Maybe you're having to change the way that you see your partner, right? And that dynamic is shifting. But I feel it's also a warning too of not to deceive yourself as well. Not to be deceiving yourself when it comes to this. The direction you need to go, and it's a course correction, because that's where the opportunity lies, is by making choices or changing the way that you do something, changing what has left you wounded in the past, changing what has created conflict in the past. Maybe that's choices you've made, the way that you've treated people, the way that you've talked to people. Could be toxic people, toxic situations, toxic places. Could be habits, addictions. The Moon, and this has been hidden too. I feel maybe you've tried to keep this under wraps, or you're trying to keep this under wraps, or it's been hidden. But we see the Scorpion here, which the Scorpion energy is transformation, right? That rebirth, death, regeneration. It's dying to our old self, dying to our old way of thinking, dying to our old habits, dying to our shadow, going in, doing the shadow work necessary too, truly looking at your shadow and being fuck, I'm not being honest with myself, or I'm doing this, and this is why I'm broke, or I'm doing this, and this is why my relationships don't work, or I'm treating people this way, and this is why I have conflict. It's being open too, and need to be vulnerable. You're afraid that someone is going to, screw you over, that someone's going to lie, someone's going to deceive you, someone's going to cheat on you, someone's going to betray you, right? But that's like holding on to like that victim mentality, that lack mentality, and it's a need to let go of that. It's a need to stop hiding your past and where you've come from and kind of embrace that as like part of your journey and why you are who you are today. Like, because that's where the opportunity lies. It's like in those choices to change and those choices to grow, to evolve. And you got to do that by like nurturing yourself. The Ace of Cups, this is an ace is a new beginning, right? A new start, something fresh, emotional abundance. You could be dealing with a water sign. We do have a lot of water energy here with the moon and the Ace of Cups, right? And that's what's influencing the reading as well. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys see, something incredibly fulfilling. And maybe this is a job, like a destiny or a calling. Maybe you're tapping into yourself spiritually more or consciously, and that's what's, fulfilling you, or you're getting out in nature. You're getting more in tune with your body and health and, eating better, creating better habits. But I feel like it's a relationship. It's love. It could be with a water sign, someone that's really nurturing or bringing like a sense of nurturing, to that part of you that needs nurtured. Like, and it's like something new, something fresh, a new beginning, a new start. I feel like it's unlike anything you've experienced in the past. You're expecting deception, you're expecting lies, you're expecting betrayal, right? You're expecting conflict, you're wounded from conflict, you're wounded from betrayal, but it's like making changes, like, living like you're successful, living like you're happy, or living according to like you have balance already, living as if you're already there. It's like fake it till you make it, because it's like it's there, it's available to you, but only if you act accordingly or set yourself up for the success, for the abundance. Yeah, the Two of Swords, and this is like someone putting themselves in like their own prison, it's like being closed off to love too. It's like not really being open, and with the moon energy, it's like someone not really communicating, not really seeing a situation for what it is, a need to be honest with themselves, a need to communicate, a need to open up our heart, and be open. It's like you're not being open. And maybe you're afraid that you won't be able to open up again. Maybe it's like this past betrayal, this past conflict. It's like left you so wounded. You're still feeling the strife, like you're still suffering. There's still things in your life that you feel lack because of it. It's like you're still hiding a lot of that. It's like you don't want even people to know. But in order to have this Ace of Cups, right? This Two of Wands, like this opportunity, this emotional abundance, you have to open up your heart. You have to open up yourself to the possibility of love, of abundance, and put the fucking burden down. The Ten of Wands, this is a burden. It's like you've been carrying this ball and chain around long enough. Like some of you guys, like that's what's holding you back from happiness. That's what's holding you back from love. That's what's holding you back from success. It is a burden. Like, in whether it's an addiction, it's a toxic relationship, a shitty living situation, a fucked up job, like something in your life is holding you back and has become a heavy burden, and it's like needing to let that go. And letting that go will allow you to open yourself up to new experience, will allow you to open yourself up, period, open your heart up and allow love to come in, right? Allow you to be more open, no more hiding, covering up the past and the hurt and all of that, but just really being able to heal and to pursue, the opportunities that are there for you. Yeah. It's like I feel like a lot of you have been through betrayal. Like you've been backstabbed, you've been fucked over, you've been cheated on, right, in the past. The King of Cups. Something that took a fucking heavy toll emotionally. It was a promise of love, or a promise of, success, or a promise, but empty promises. Like empty promises, and it's left you feeling like, you're no longer believing. Like, this is how you're seeing everybody. It's like thinking everyone's just trying to get over on you. You know, everyone's got something to fucking hide, you know. It's like, that's not really the case. But that's what's got you like this, you know, kind of closed off, not willing to really see things for what they are, carrying this burden. It's not even your burden to carry, I feel like, you know. I feel like opportunity, success, love, abundance, it's there for you if you want it. Like, but it's being open to actually receive it, because you're missing the blessing right now. You're not even seeing the blessing right now. You know, let's pull a couple oracle cards to see, you know, maybe if we can get a little bit more clarity for the sign of Gemini. Pull a couple oracle cards here, get a little clarity for the sign of Gemini. Okay. Alright, let's see what we have here, Gemini. The teacher, affirmation, I study and share wisdom with those who will value it. The teacher, like, this is you, Gemini. This is that Mercury energy, you know? Like, speaking your fucking truth. Not being afraid to expose people for their bullshit, too, within your life. Quit holding your tongue. Quit being afraid of the conflict that's going to be created. Call people on their shit. If they're liars, call them out on it. If they're bullshit, call them out on it. Like, don't let people slide. You know, quit with that passive-aggressive bullshit. And it's like, also be your own teacher by being a student of life. Like, learn from the lessons of the past. Learn from the mistakes of the past. Don't keep repeating that shit and getting stuck in that fucking mucky-ass, negative, feel sorry for myself energy. It's like, learn from it, move on, grow from it. The improviser, and there you go, right there. Like, that says it all. The affirmation, I effortlessly adapt to a deal with unexpected circumstances. It's like about adapting, changing, overcoming, evolving, and that's like fucking super Gemini Mercurial energy there, right? Like the evolution. Mercury's a messenger of the gods, you know? It's like understanding the wisdom within, you know, and like that you're connected to the divine, and it's about speaking your truth and, you know, your voice. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys could be teachers, you know, spiritual teachers. Some of you guys could be readers, tarot readers. Some of you guys could just have jobs to where you talk a lot, or you know, you share a lot of information, knowledge. But it's about adapting, you know, changing, and you know, expect the unexpected. Plan for the rainy day. Like, you know, stop living like kind of so carelessly, and like, you know what's, you know, from the past experiences, shit can happen, shit can go sideways, so be prepared for that, but don't live in that and in fear of that. You still have to open yourself up to the beauty in life, you know, but at the same time, you know, be cautious, take care of you, right, and learn from the lessons and adapt, because that's how we overcome, you know. And we can truly overcome by believing in ourselves and letting life be our greatest teacher, right? Learning from the lessons, learning from the things we've been through. The storyteller, right? I have the right to speak because I listen when others speak. And it's like, what story are you telling yourself? Like, what's the story of your life, like, you're telling yourself? Is it one of failure, victimization? Is it one of trauma? Like, what is it? You know, is it like success, love? Like, is it a love story? Is it, you know, a get rich story? Is it a fucking how you become famous story? It's like, you decide what the story is in the end. Like, in that story you tell yourself is a narrative you're going to hear each and every day. It's going to reflect how you feel. It's going to reflect the success like you have in life, and it's going to reflect the quality of life you have. So tell yourself a story of one where you win in the end. It's all about the hero's journey. It's like, you know, understanding that you are that hero. You are the main character, and it's about, you know, growing, learning, evolving, being our own teacher, letting life being our guide. So, and adapting to overcome. So that's all I have for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. please hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know if it resonated. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the bell to get the notifications. Check out our astrology, tarot videos, all our other content. Join the Best Damn Fam for private content. Book a personal tarot reading, 513-393-2396, or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. You can also donate support with the links in the description down below. Make sure to share this, get it around, and hit the like, leave a comment. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading for the month of November. See you next time, Gemini. Peace.